Welcome back to another episode of Salty Mechanics. Hope you are ready to work. This is season 2. I've been gone for some time. Basically, I just wanted to spare you guys from watching me sitting pale on the beach, drinking beer, watching the sunset and smooching with my girlfriend, whatever that really means. It's not really that type of channel, is it? Nope, it's about boats and engines and, basically everything that has to do with this job. So instead of sitting here talking inside my office, which is nice enough, but I don't make any money here, let's just go out. Let's work. All right, hope you're ready. Let's go. So now I'm in a S02E01. It's a nice sailboat and usually no problems, but now customer talked about an oil leak and he can't really seem to figure out where it's coming from, so let's just dive in and see what's what. I've been running the engine for some time now and it looks like we might have an oil leak coming from somewhere in between the sail drive and the engine. And if so, we have a lot of work. So I do talk a lot about sail drives and gearboxes, and I thought, well, maybe you guys don't really know the difference. What is a sail drive compared to a gearbox and how does it look? And now on this job, we have an oil leak coming from right in between the engine and the sail drive. What is that about? So I'm going to try to make a drawing. Let's do it. So I have a piece of paper and I have a marker. So let's just try to draw a sailboat. All right. So it would probably look something like this. That looks quite bad actually, but I don't care. Let's just see if it looks a little bit more like a sailboat right now. Yeah, a little bit. And then we would have the engine somewhere around here and the gearbox or the sail drive right there. If you have a sail drive, you have a hole in the boat right here, and then you'll have a shaft going out like that with an outbound shaft meeting the propeller right there. But if you have a gearbox, you would not have this, but you would have a shaft going out like this, meeting the propeller right here. So that's basically the difference. You can have either this one or this setup. In this boat, we don't have this setup. We have a sail drive like this, and we have a leak coming from right in between the engine and the sail drive. So if we have a leak coming from the sail drive, we probably have to change the seal on the inbound axle right here. If we have a leak coming from the engine, we probably have to change the seal on the crankshaft right here. We don't really know because the oil on the sail drive and the oil on the engine looks pretty much the same, even though normally you would see the difference, but I guess the oil on the sail drive is a little bit more black than normal. So we have to sort of take the engine and the sail drive apart from each other. So that's the plan. All right, let's do it. So this is the power that goes to the starter, and the wires are not long enough for me to be able to push the engine this way with them being connected to the starter and the alternator. So I'm gonna have to remove this too. So this right here is actually one of the reasons why we wanted the boat on land for this job, at least parts of this job, because the intake valve for the engine, for the cooling water, is open at all times. It's broken, we can't close it. So in order to be able to take off these hoses to move the engine forward and to get the job done, basically, we can't have water coming in here all the time. Of course you could put something in here, stop the water, but the risk, you know, is there. If something happens to the hoses or whatever, we will have water coming in the boat. So this is basically just to stop fuel from constantly leaking. It's just a precaution, really. I closed the fuel line, but there's a lot of fuel here in the hoses. So whenever I remove diesel hoses or diesel lines of any kind, I like to just do this, making 100% sure that no diesel will flow around in this boat. So yeah, finally we have a gap now in between the engine and the sail drive. And this is what it takes really if you want to get to that leak. So it's getting a bit late. I think I just want to finish up. I'm waiting for some parts anyway, so I might as well finish this another day. Tomorrow morning, hopefully, I can go on a boat trip. All right. The sun is shining here on the docks. It's absolutely wonderful. And now I'm standing in front of a beautiful 460 Prestige by Chanot. Right there, I can hear the engines are running already. I've been taking care of it a little bit this winter, as everybody here on the center. So to make sure that everything is 100% perfect before the customer comes to collect his boat, we are going to do a test drive just to see how everything is. And now I can finally have time to join. So let's just do it. All right.
So the man driving this boat and now docking with perfect precision, I don't even have to help. It's Dennis. He's working for Heitman Marine, and as soon as he's done with that, we can do a walkthrough. All right. So while the sun is still shining, let's just start at the sun deck. Looks beautiful. Well, I have to say though, we haven't had the chance to clean it yet, so bear with me. All this will be shiny before we deliver the boat to the customer. So Heitman Marine still has a little bit to do here, but here you would definitely have like something to lay on where you can enjoy the sun. Under the cover you have a helm station, so you can actually drive the boat sitting up here enjoying the sun. And here you have a sink and a barbecue, and of course, excuse the mess. Maybe not the best time to do a tour, but we're here. And in here you have some storage and I think maybe a freezer. So it's absolutely perfect, just what you need. So we can go downstairs. So here we are, the deck. A lot of space, as you can see. And here you would have some pillows and stuff, and you can eat your dinner from this table. Some storage room. And here you actually have a joystick, so you can actually stand here and drive the boat if you're docking or something, I guess. And up here you have some lights, so if you're sitting here late at night you can actually illuminate this place. And here of course you're able to put a cover on this so you can actually sit inside and feel dry. And in here, I don't know if it's open, but yeah, you have some storage room. All right, let's go inside. You have a sink, big enough kitchen, definitely. Coffee maker. I don't know if that comes with the boat, but good to have. And here we have a fridge, I guess. Yeah. Very nice. And an oven. That's pretty cool. You don't see that in every boat for sure. Down here, I don't really know what we can find down here, but more storage, yeah. All right. I like those little details right here. And the carpet feels so nice. Really good. You have these big windows, so you get a lot of light coming in here on sunny days, which is really nice. And you got those cool lights up here. And here we have the helm station, the main helm station. I talked to Dennis, he's been driving this boat a lot, and he said it's so much fun to drive, and it's quite easy actually. So here you have power for the engines and all of that, and I assume this is the joystick for the IPS Volvo drives on this one. Here you can turn the engine on and off, and this is for side power with thrusters. So you have a lot of good tools here to drive this boat around. And on these screens you can have all kinds of information, also cameras actually, so you can see where you are if you're docking or something like that. So it looks really nice. This is fun for me to do because I never get to do this. This is, I guess, let's call it the VIP room or the guest room. And hello, this is the bathroom. Really nice. So we can go in here, and this would be the main suite, the captain's cabin, I guess. We can start with the ensuite. And here you have a separate shower, which is really nice. And another toilet. And oh yeah, look at this. Tiles. This is really nice. So all the water just goes underneath here, and there's a pump that takes the water away. It's so much bigger than you would think when you walk in here. You have a big window right there. It's covered now, but I guess you get a lot of light in here. And the lighting back there on the wall is really nice. And here you can sit in the morning and have a coffee, if you will. What is this? Probably a locker room. Yeah. It's very nice. Guess you could have a TV there if you want to. Yeah, I'm not going to open all of those cabinets right now, but you get the idea. All right. You want to see the engine room? Let's go. So this is the engine room. As you can see, there's a lot of space here. So you can easily service everything. Here you have the generator, so you can power everything on board. You have some diesel filters here, batteries, a lot of space in there if you need storage room or whatever. And here, of course, you have two Volvo D6 with IPS 600 drives, which are back there. So this boat can probably do around 30 knots, if not more. And you have more than 400 horsepower in these engines. What is that, son? All right, I guess that's all we had time for. We gotta go and make some money, right? So let's pay the bills and do something that actually... Hang on there. All right, I guess that concludes... All right, I guess that concludes the tour. Now I have to do something that pays the bills. You think we're done, Dennis?
Yes, of course we are.
All right, so what are we gonna do now?
Drink coffee.
Yes, drink coffee. All right. All right, I'm back at the office. Hopefully I had a good time watching that tour in the Prestige. It was a bit of a spur of the moment thing for me to do, so I didn't really get to all the details. But if you want to know more about, let's say, the IPS drives and how easily you can maneuver the boat in and out of harbors just using that little joystick, or any other parts of the boat that I didn't show you, you can contact Heitman Marine and they will answer. I will leave a link in the description so you can easily contact them. Now that's it for this time. I hope I see you next time on the docks of Norway for more mechanics or whatever. All right, bye-bye.